Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McAD's Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. Before we hop into this video, I wanted to announce again our first ever giveaway on the channel. Starting out small here, but I'm doing a giveaway of the Rogue One Vintage Collection Darth Vader figure. Darth Vader is one of my favorite characters in fiction, so why not start things off with a figure of him? To be eligible to win, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below on what your favorite Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker moment is. This can be from canon or legends. I'll be announcing the winner at the end of the month. Without further ado, let's hop right into this. We continue today's series of Boba Fett videos in part 2 of our coverage of the Force Unleashed 2 comic book. This comic goes through the events of the popular video game, but covers things from Boba Fett's perspective as he was hired to capture the rogue clone Jedi Starkiller that escaped after Vader created him on Kamino. In the last issue, we saw Vader recruit Boba for the job and told him to start searching on the planet Cato Nemoidia. Boba traveled to the planet with his fellow bounty hunter girlfriend Zasha, where they encountered the dead body of the beast known as the Gorog, a beast who Starkiller had presumably killed before after saving his captive Jedi friend Rom Kota. It turns out the creature was still alive and attacked the bounty hunters. Boba managed to kill the beast once and for all, but it left Zasha disenfranchised with the job and told Boba that it was too dangerous and not worth the credits. Due to his honor as a bounty hunter, Boba told Zasha he must complete the job. Knowing this would be his response, Zasha left Boba as he watched her leave with his binoculars. This is where the last issue ended, and where today's story begins. The issue opens up on Kamino as Boba Fett meets with Darth Vader, who shows him a recording of what happened the night Starkiller escaped. Witnessing the power the Jedi clone displayed in the recording, and seeing his ability to combat the Gorog monster, Boba and Vader both know that this bounty won't be easy. They devise a plan for Boba to kidnap the woman Starkiller loves, Captain Juno Eclipse, the former pilot for the Empire who fell in love with Starkiller and defected to the Rebellion. Vader tasks Boba with finding Juno and to bring her back to Kamino to lure Starkiller back to the planet, where Boba and Vader will kill him together. Boba tells him that to complete this mission, he will need a squadron of stormtroopers to accompany him. Vader tells the bounty hunter that the Empire will provide whatever he needs as they look onto a group of new and deadly terror troopers that we have not seen before. Later on, Boba visits a section of the cloning facility on Kamino where he sees dozens of vats of clones in production. At this time in the Legends timeline, the Empire was still cloning soldiers for the Stormtrooper program. As a clone himself, Boba speaks to a scientist who tells him that these specific clones are accelerated and can go from infant to infantry in just a matter of weeks. However, due to this accelerated process, it causes issues with the clones' brains and causes them to degrade and makes them go insane within a year or less, some not even making it out of basic training. The scientist forms a sinister smile on his face and says that it's only a minor setback, and that there will be always more batches of clones to perfect. Later on, Boba is able to track down a mechanic who had recently changed the transponder codes for the ship of the woman Juno Eclipse. Boba interrogates the man for the ship's location. Terrified, the man gives the information, and Boba programs the location codes into his ship and leads his small militia to the Outer Rim, where they come across a rebel frigate. They hide on the back of an asteroid, waiting for the right moment to strike. Just then, they notice the ship carrying the Jedi Starkiller and Rom Kota arrive as they go to meet Juno. As soon as the Jedi are greeted and begin to board the frigate, Boba has the Empire pilots open fire with their ion cannons, disabling the ship's defenses and shields. They then launch their boarding pods and prepare to engage the troops inside. A band of rebel soldiers stand guard at the ship's blast doors, where they then see a laser begin to cut its way through the door. As the door falls to the ground, swarms of terrifying spider-like droids leap out of the darkness and begin attacking the rebel soldiers. The spider droids are then accompanied by the deadly new terror troopers Vader had showed off to Boba back on Kamino. They open fire on the ambushed rebels, who stand no match for these ruthless soldiers and their droids. As the soldiers cause the diversion on the rest of the frigate, Boba now knows his time has come. He rockets through the ship, tearing through waves of rebel soldiers with ease. He meets with the terror troopers as they locate the room where Juno and the rest of the rebels are hiding in. They blow the door open, blasting anyone who stands in the way of their target. Juno attempts to defend herself, and Boba blasts her in the shoulder as she falls to the ground. Boba gets out his binders and orders for her to go with him. As they walk back to the Slave One, Juno looks in horror of the corridors of the ship as she sees all of her rebel friends who were slaughtered by the Empire soldiers. Boba launches his grappling hook and brings Juno aboard. As they board, Starkiller had just arrived on the scene and sees what happened. He watches in horror as Boba gets away with Juno, powerless to stop him. As they fly away, Boba projects his hologram as he speaks to Juno. She tells him that Starkiller will come for him, and that he is a Jedi. Boba tells her that he has experience with fighting Jedi, and this Starkiller is not the one she loved. He tells her that this one is just a confused clone who thinks he loves her and is nothing more than an insane science project that Vader will kill. Juno tells Boba that regardless, she still loves him. She pleads with Boba that he must have loved someone and must know how she feels. She begs for him not to let Vader to use her to kill Starkiller. Conflicted by her words, Boba thinks back to the people that he has loved in his life. Love for people like his father Jango and his girlfriend Zasha. The conflicted bounty hunter still plots a course to the planet Kamino, where the Sith Lord Vader awaits. And that is the end of part 2 of our coverage of the Force Unleashed 2 comic book. Have you read this series before? Have you played the Force Unleashed games? What Star Wars game is your favorite? Sound off in the comments. Also be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.